We're in the library where Yamada asks Kyotaro if he uses line. She's trying to be cool, dropping hints that she wants to exchange line ID. But Kyotaro's head is in the clouds. He thinks she's just trying to pull him into a class group chat or something. Yamada eventually gives up, clearly frustrated, but trying to mask it with a smile. Cut to the classroom. Moeko is on a mission. She's talking about getting a boyfriend for Christmas and suggests that they should start exchanging line accounts with the boys. Yamada's eyes light up. This is her moment. She practically sprints toward Kyotaro's desk, but Moeko ninja swifts in and gets Kyotaro's line first. Yamada's face turns 3 shades of red. Now Moeko suggests Yamada should exchange line with Ishimuro. Kyotaro overhears and has a eureka moment. Wait! She wanted my line the whole time? He's so startled that he lets out a loud, room-stopping scream, interrupting Yamada's conversation with Ishimuro. Now we're in Kyotaro's home. He's reading the manga that Yamada lent him. And what do you know? The characters share an eerie resemblance to him and Yamada. Nah, he convinces himself, Yamada couldn't possibly like a guy like me. Next day at school, Haruya makes another appearance. But this time, he's got a new tactic, asking Chihiro out with the ulterior motive of having her invite Yamada along. Yamada's caught in a dilemma. She can't ruin Chihiro's moment by telling her the guy's just using her to get closer to Yamada. Cut to Yamada in the library, fighting back tears. She hurriedly wipes them away as Kyotaro walks in. Soon, 2 of Haruya's friends join the scene, prodding Yamada about boyfriends. When she firmly says she doesn't have one, the girls get the hint that she's saying it for Kyotaro's benefit. They exit, but not before ushering Haruya into the library. Seeing this, Yamada leans in close to Kyotaro, faking a kiss, and Haruya quickly leaves them. In class, the drama continues. Moeko spills the beans to Chihiro about Haruya's ulterior motives. Chihiro feels guilty, apologizes to Yamada, and all is well between them again. Kyotaro's back home, still engrossed in the manga. As he flips through, he's steaming up. Was Yamada using me to fend off Haruya this whole time? He thinks. Fast forward to school, and Kyotaro's giving Yamada the cold shoulder for 2 whole days. Finally, Yamada cracks. She confronts him, tears streaming down her face. Kyotaro's heart is gripped. He realizes he's been painting Yamada as a villain in his head for no reason. As he apologizes, Yamada impulsively hugs him. And, surprise, he doesn't push her away. It's a hug that feels like an eternity, but in a good way. The air is clearer as they walk home, chatting away. They even dissect the manga's plot as Kyotaro returns it to her. And with winter break just a day away, Yamada takes the leap and openly asks for Kyotaro's line this time. He complies, and, oh boy, do the texts start flowing. The night turns into a flurry of emojis and memes. Cut to Christmas Eve, Kyotaro arrives early to pick up the rest of the manga volumes from Yamada. And who does he see there? Yamada, already ahead of the game. She's devouring a snack like it's the last food on Earth. Caught in the act, she offers a sheepish grin and invites Kyotaro to explore some places with her. And guys, how can he say no? As they walk, Kyotaro quickly realizes he looks like he's auditioning for a stalker role, so he hastily ditches the hoodie and mask. Then comes the sweetest part. Yamada asks him to share the handle of her plastic bag. Ah, so close, it's like they're holding hands. They aim for pancakes. While in line, Yamada drops the bomb. She says couples shouldn't queue on their first date. It's a romance killer. Kyotaro's internal sirens go off. Is this a date? Seated in the restaurant, Kyotaro's face turns 50 shades of red. Why? Because he can only afford a coffee. Every glance at Yamada feels like a dagger of embarrassment, but the mood lightens as they talk fashion. Yamada compliments Kyotaro's dark clothing, confessing she's a fan of black, too. Finally, the pancakes arrive. Yamada tells Kyotaro to film her as she attacks the stack like a champ, demolishing it in seconds. The video is sent. But then, Yamada grabs Kyotaro's chin, locking eyes with him and says, "Don't forget to look at the real me, not just the video." Kyotaro and Yamada then enter a clothing store. Yamada goes for the gold, asking Kyotaro to pick out cute outfits for her. But hold up, he hears the rustle of fabric as Yamada changes behind the curtain. Awkward much. Just when you think things can't get any crazier, in walks Kana, Yamada's sister, shopping with her friends. Kyotaro freezes. Yamada picks up on this and yanks him into the changing room. In this confined space, Yamada seals a promise. Kyotaro will introduce her to Kana soon. As if that's not enough, he compliments her on her dress, and she decides to buy it. Then, bam! He glimpses her unzipped dress. The air in the room turns heavy. As night envelops the city, our pair takes to the streets. Kyotaro spots tension in Yamada's face. She fears he's not enjoying their time together. Reassuring her, he says he's having fun, lifting a weight off her shoulders. Her response? Unveiling a scarf she bought for him. They cap off the night, staring at festive lights, wrapped in a warm, unspoken understanding. Time to go home, and they board a packed train. Worried they'll be separated, Kyotaro grabs Yamada's hand. They hold on and just keep holding on through the train ride and the walk home, as if letting go would break some magical spell. Finally, at Yamada's stop, the spell breaks. Kyotaro is surprised when she says she wants to see him again before the new year. It dawns on him. Does she know he likes her? But before he can think any further, Yamada playfully impersonates Santa Claus, and you can't help but laugh at the cuteness overload. Kyotaro's caught in a bizarre dinner triangle at a restaurant with Moeko and Haruya. The atmosphere's electric, folks. How did this even happen? Fast forward to 4 days before New Year's, and Kyotaro's spending some quality family time in Akita. He's sharing a room with Kana, and he steps out to snap some snow pics to send Yamada. But hold on to your seats, because drama's afoot. Kyotaro slips and falls, breaking his arm. Medical emergency ensues, and a cast later, his family decides to cut the trip short. Here comes the nighttime. Kyotaro gets a video call from Yamada, who's so preoccupied with his arm she doesn't even realize she's in her pajamas. And just when you think this can't get any more anime-tastic, Kana catches him mid-call. He hangs up in a jiffy, but Kana, surprisingly, doesn't tease him about his girlfriend. However, Yamada's persistence knows no bounds. She calls back immediately. Kyotaro escapes to the balcony, gazes at the moon, and snaps a picture of the celestial spectacle to send Yamada. After some warm chit-chat, Yamada wishes him goodnight. The morning after, Kyotaro goes shopping with his family and grabs a cute little dog keychain, perfect for Yamada. Now, who catches this sly move? None other than Kana. Intrigued, she learns that the one who called him last night is none other than Yamada, the girl who nursed him back to health when he was sick. Kana's eyes light up and she teasingly asks him to introduce Yamada to her. Kyotaro returns home, and would you look at that? He bumps into Yamada, walking her fur baby, Wantaro. Now at the park, instead of shaking Wantaro's paw, Yamada offers her own paw to him. And just like that, they're now holding hands. Kyotaro then gifts her the dog keychain, and she's all smiles. Before returning to home, they make plans for a New Year's shrine visit, sealing the date. It's New Year's night. Kyotaro crosses paths with Haruya and Moeko at a convenience store. They end up in a restaurant where Haruya transforms into a villain, pressuring Kyotaro for Yamada's line ID. But Kyotaro's got a spine of steel. He refuses, earning a gold star from Moeko. Moeko takes him aside, compliments him on being a stand-up friend, and then teases the love confession out of him. Yup, Kyotaro admits he loves Yamada. And Moeko? She's like, duh, it's been obvious. Now blushing like a ripe tomato, Kyotaro rushes to call Yamada just to hear her voice and wish her a happy new year. In his head, he's planning on confessing his love to Yamada soon. It's shrine visit day. Kyotaro is planning some to slip away from his family and hang out with Yamada alone. But hold on, Yamada shows up early, and his family spots her. Kana, acting like she's just won the lottery, nudges him toward Yamada. No more stealth mode, Yamada approaches and does the whole formal introduction, and Kana's grin goes from ear to ear, seeing them talking. They finally reach the shrine, and it's wish-making time. Kyotaro's arm is out of commission, but Yamada's there to assist. She claps her hands for him and whispers that she hopes their wishes come true, sending Kyotaro's heart into overdrive. Plans then go a bit sideways. Yamada dips to let Kyotaro spend time with his family, but Kana's not having it. She drags him to find Yamada, who's munching away like it's a food festival. And then, Kana invites her over to their house. Back at the house, Kana serves up some leftover soup, and she's utterly smitten by Yamada's adorable eating style. Time for some embarrassing childhood pics. Kana pulls out a photo album of Kyotaro and passes it to Yamada. Then Kana decides she's third-wheeling enough and excuses herself. But get this, as she's leaving, she thanks Yamada for being a good friend to her brother. Yamada, in a burst of emotion, grabs her and asks if she can call Kana her sister from now on. And Kana's like, absolutely. So they're alone in Kyotaro's room, and Yamada notices he had 2 friends in his photo album. Kyotaro admits those friendships fizzled when they went to different schools. Just then, Yamada flops onto his bed and discovers a magazine she modeled for tucked under his pillow. Cue panic mode. Kyotaro dives to hide it and ends up right on top of her. Awkward much, but Yamada's cool about it. She takes some of his photos and teases that he can see her pics next time. Now, Kyotaro's left scratching his head. Did she just invite me over to her place? Flashback time. We see that Kyotaro lost his friends because he didn't make the cut for the same school and has felt like an outsider ever since. Fast forward to the next day, his family drops him off at school and Yamada is there to greet him. Kana even tells her to keep an eye on him. But wait, there's more. Kyotaro's got a matching dog keychain, just like Yamada's. They find a quiet spot and she clips it onto his shirt. Overwhelmed, Kyotaro confesses that she's the reason he looks forward to school now. Yamada's response? A heartfelt hug, and this time he hugs back. It's so darn sweet it could melt a snowman. But Moeko spots them hurrying back to class and jumps to the wrong conclusion, thinking they've sealed the deal. Finally, to cap it off, Yamada hands Kyotaro a candy, perfectly wrapping up this roller coaster of emotions. And that's a wrap, folks. From awkward meet-cutes to heartfelt hugs, this anime has it all. It's a ride we didn't know we needed, but are so glad we took. Until next time, keep dreaming and keep watching.